Alright, so hello everyone, my name is TRG and I'm here to play Black Desert Online. As you can see here, I already got my dream horse again. Yeah, it just instantly teleport me. So I just head to the other location to pick my horse. So this is the gameplay. Alright. Mm-hmm. Still apprentice level. It should be artisan.
You're finally here. Have a drink, have a drink. Let's drink until we're black-spirited. Ha ha ha. Come on, don't be shy. Have a drink. It's honey wine brewed at Alejandro Farm. Simply divine. You have to down it in one go. Ready? That's the spirit. Oh, I feel alive.
Why, Lady Durette, you can certainly hold your liquor.
Huh? Isabel, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you followed us.
Me? Don't be absurd. We, the Jean Merchant Guild, have acquired this establishment.
Oh.
Ah, that Bobby Lauren. All talk and no action. I'm in a good mood today. I'll let it slide.
I hate to show up and spoil the mood,
What the heck?
but it's a rather urgent matter.
What is it? It better not be something trivial. From tomorrow, this inn will be under strict surveillance.
It's about the war. The war between Serendia and Calpheon.
What? What are you talking about? Did I hear you correctly?
Yes. Grand Chamberlain Jordine Ducasse is planning to wage war against Calpheon.
Do you realize what you're saying? Serendia is a vassal state. Why would we... If you're not careful with your words, both Trina Knights and Delphi Knights will come marching this way.
I'm well aware. That's why I'm discussing this discreetly with you and the adventurer. Simply put, the current standing Serendian army is too large to merely be used for subduing bandits and demi-humans. Despite being burdened with high taxes, farms across Serendia are stockpiling surplus, and Median mercenaries are quietly amassing while only being appointed to menial tasks. You've seen it with your own eyes, haven't you? Adventurer, you too. Don't tell me you believe all this was done to bolster the strength of the nation. And don't misunderstand. I want to prevent a war. I just want to grow the Shan Merchant Guild by boosting Serendia's economy. Besides, Calpheon is about to hold an election for Chief Counselor. They don't want any ruckus. My father, a member of the Callus Parliament, is a candidate for Chief Counselor.
You... Ugh. I will not! This concerns my people. If you were me, how could you possibly remain calm after hearing such slander? Ugh. Do you have any proof? This is all circumstantial. I must hear it directly from Sir Jardine himself. I cannot trust the words of some merchant. I cannot trust...
Don't worry about the little lady. I've already sent word to Sir Roig. We're short on time. We need to resolve this matter entirely within a few days. Thanks to the exceptional skills of our newest member, we've already made great progress. The Baron of Montfidel stirring up conflict, the Fogans and Nagas threatening Glish, and the Orcs' gradual expansion of power. Not to mention the delivery issues at the extraction mill. Now only the Baragi bandits remain. But isn't the standing force of Serendia a bit excessive for that? The Callus Parliament has already begun to notice. Sooner or later an inspection team will be dispatched. Imagine Calpheon requesting a reduction of the standing army. Would Jordine really want to give up all that power? In that case, he would probably go to war. Even if he doesn't desire it, the situation will force his hand. You mean the embezzlement at the Black Crystal extraction mill, right? I knew that wasn't Serendia's fault. Seeing the look on Sir Edmund's face when you presented that black crystal, it was obvious what he had been up to. At first, I thought it was Jordine embezzling for his military nest egg. Well, I suppose they're both guilty of embezzlement in the end. The important thing is what the Callus Parliament thinks, not where the black crystals ended up being used. I'm certain someone I know well within the council is likely to have connections with Sir Edmund. Hold it. Let's sort things out one at a time. It's better to tackle everything clearly. Right, rookie? Taken aback by the title? I did promise you a position for a job well done. Worry not. The title will soon prove a useful status to wield. A fine plan. The Grand Chamberlain already trusts you. If there's anyone he'd let his guard down around, you are the only one in all of Serendia who can gather reliable information directly from him now. But remember, don't push him too far. If something unfortunate happened to you, it'd be quite the shame. Got it? I'll look into the financial records of this inn. It seems it was once the base of Bobby and the Heidel League of Merchants. Well, I know the real power was his sister, Grace Lauren. But, judging by Bobby's demeanor, I doubt we'll get anything interesting out of them.
Calpheon, those scoundrels.
Hello there, I'm Laura.
only carry the best weapons.
Repairing. $1,000.
All weapons that are useful in Glish are made by these hands. Demi-human weapons would be suitable in hunting the Nagas and Fogans. Weapons enhancement is a choice. Get rid of the thought that it isn't.
Nice.
It wasn't that I lost the bet with Kardash, it was the bet being awkward to begin with. I'm married to my weapons. The long sword here is my son. This bow, my daughter. And...
Nice.
I only carry the best weapons.
Well, I can reach 1,000 though.
All weapons that are useful in Glish are made by these hands. Weapons enhancement is a choice. Get rid of the thought that it isn't.
$169 already.
It wasn't that I lost the bet with Kardash, it was the bet being awkward to begin with. I'm married to my weapons. The long sword here is my son. This bow, my daughter. And...
Want to reach that 1,000, bro.
I only carry the best weapons. All weapons that are useful in Glish are made by these hands.
almost there.
Demi-human weapons would be suitable in hunting the Nagas and Fogans. Weapons enhancement is a choice. Get rid of the thought that it isn't.
And one more to go.
It wasn't that I lost the bet with Kardash, it was the bet being awkward to begin with. I'm married to my weapons. The long sword here is my son. This bow, my daughter. And...
Nice.
I only carry the best weapons. All weapons that are useful in Glish are made by these hands. Demi-human weapons would be suitable in hunting the Nagas and Fogans.
Find Alan. Oh my god. Alright.
A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care
250.
of them.
250.
A lump of raw sugar can be made by boiling a bottle of mineral water with 10 raw sugar that are sold at inns. A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care of them. A lump of raw sugar can be made by boiling a bottle of mineral water with 10 raw sugar that are sold at inns.
Oh boy.
A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care of them. If it's too hard capturing a wild horse, use a lump of raw sugar. I've never seen one that doesn't get lured after giving more than 3 lumps. A lump of raw sugar can be made by boiling a bottle of mineral water with 10 raw sugar that are sold at inns.
Nice, nice. I needed 250 from that.
A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care of them. If it's too hard capturing a wild horse, use a lump of raw sugar. I've never seen one that doesn't get lured after giving more than 3 lumps.
Alright.
A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care of them.
Marinier.
If it's too hard capturing a wild horse, use a lump of raw sugar. I've never seen one that doesn't get lured after giving more than 3 lumps. A lump of raw sugar can be made by boiling a bottle of mineral water with 10 raw sugar that are sold at inns.
Nice.
A horse's eyes are beautiful. They're like those of women. Think of them as your loved ones and take good care of them.
Now we're done with the insects. What I need right now is the bandit cultists and the red orcs. Red orc elite soldier. And then just red orc. Going to go there. Red orc elite soldier. base. We're done with the orcs. Now let's go with the bandits. Oh boy.
Adventurer, please come in. Are you just returning from having a drink? Praise for you has been abundant in my circles. I simply couldn't resist extending an invitation to meet. Sir Roig came back carrying Lady Jarette. I suppose you were her drinking companion? I first perceived you as a young, ambitious upstart, seeking to rise above their station, but it seems Lady Jarette saw something more in you I may have overlooked. So, what brings you to me? For you, I can spare the time. Let's be frank. The lives of Serendians have changed little under Calphion's rule. His Grace has always been a king to his people, and I'm merely ruling in accordance to his wishes. Recently, due to issues with our finances, we've had to raise taxes. Rest assured, it's only a temporary measure. But ever since that war, since our defeat, Serendia has been robbed of the opportunity to grow stronger as a nation.
Oh,
Our country may have lost the war, and our king his crown, but the victors did not strip us of our autonomy. While we may appear free to politic in our people's best interest, Calpheon continues to chip away at our rights one by one. Take the Black Crystal Extraction Mill, for instance. Anything produced there is automatically property of Calpheon. The Black Crystals hold the potential to make our nation a political superpower, yet we are not even allowed to study and research them. Calpheon crushed us because of those Black Crystals, and now they're taking them from our lands too. I yearn for my homeland to become a country of greater strength, a country that won't be infringed upon by foreign nations. The first step will be to reclaim the rights to the extraction mill. With those resources, we will be able to accomplish even greater feats. It won't be an easy task, which is why Serendia needs more talents like you. If you agree, I plan to introduce you to His Grace tomorrow. The wealth and honor I promised will follow. If you view it as just another slick politician's rhetoric for the nation, it might be hard to grasp. I, too, am a citizen of a defeated country. The horrors of war were an unavoidable fate for my family as well. Indeed, my youth was a hedonistic blur of boozing, womanizing, and gambling. After the war, my life changed. It's not the most exciting tale, but would you care to listen?
alright.
My father was once Lord Constable of Serendia. Then one day, he was exiled.
Exiled.
He was accused of deeply offending the king. As the scales tipped, I lived recklessly. I wallowed in the arms of a woman named Roxanne. Alfonso, ever earnest, had eyes only for Princess Durette. I wished him the best. Then, suddenly, the Princess of Calpheon, who was married to one of the princes of Serendia, died. Calpheon pinned the blame on Serendia and waged war against us. In the ensuing war, my father was killed. Consumed with anger and grief, I enlisted in the army alongside Alfonso. I still remember the moment I reclaimed my father's sword from the blood-soaked battlefield. We were on the cusp of victory when Princess Durette was taken hostage. Alfonso proposed the formation of a rescue party. His intentions were clear. He wanted to make a name for himself, elevate his status, and win the heart of his love. However, it was I who ended up rescuing the princess locked in the tower. Alfonso, unable to contain his eagerness, wounded his leg. The rescue operation did not go as intended. General Cliff used me as a decoy to escape with the princess. As a strategist, it was the obvious choice. I was left to survive by the skin of my teeth and return to hiding. Upon my return, I learned Serendia had been defeated. The king had surrendered and was now a duke. The Calpheon army then swept across Serendia, reducing Monvedel to ruins as a stark example. Then I began courting Durette. Alfonso, in shock from all that transpired, went into seclusion. A year later, when the Duke returned from the war tribunal, Durette and I pledged to marry.
Well, you are
In
using
that
Durette.
moment, the sole survivor of a crumbling family became the heir to an entire country.
Like I thought you using her.
Shortly after, I became Grand Chamberlain, overseeing affairs of state in the Duke's stead. Now, with unfettered access to our nation's secrets, I learned of everything that had occurred during the war. My parents passed away while resisting Calphion's attack on the Western Front. That tragedy was avoidable and born entirely from General Cliff's misjudgments. I couldn't stand the sight of him, so I demoted him and sent him to the outskirts of Balanos. Calphion then constructed a black crystal extraction facility in the Western Swamp, keeping its output for themselves. It was only then that I came to understand the princess's death had been but an excuse to wage war, to obfuscate their true intentions.
Oh.
Moreover, the subject of my youthful affections, Roxanne Fiaza, was discovered to be a Calphionian spy.
Oh.
By plunging Serendia's royal family into chaos, Calphion created an excuse to attack. She orchestrated the princess's kidnapping and delivered Calphion their victory on a silver platter.
Roxanne.
There were many questions I wished to ask her. But alas, she had already taken her own life. Ever since then, I've been living desperately to set things right again.
I think... ambition. Well, I don't know if Jordan is the one that killed Roxanne all of this time. He was making an excuse that Roxanne killed herself. What the heck? Wait for a minute. My avatar is speaking again. Alright. Yeah, I think he was making an excuse.
Calphion stole everything from my country. Everything from me. My family, my country, everything. Feels good to get that tale off my chest after so long. Give my proposal some thought and let me know what you decide. An opportunity like this doesn't knock twice. I trust you understand. And yes, it pertains to the White Witch you've been seeking. There's a theory suggesting she's connected to the disappearances we're investigating in southern Serendia. But for now, evidence is merely circumstantial, so there's not much to go on. I'll let you know as soon as we have something solid. I've prepared a special meal for you. The cook here is quite skilled, so please, give it a try.
He was using Jarrett. Yeah. Ah, yes. What's with the walking, bro?
Is Sir Jordine the only hope?
Are you back from meeting Sir Jordine? How did it go? Did he say anything? So, even though he didn't say it outright, an intense fury for Calpheon burns within him. Well, there's nothing more we can do for now. Let's get some rest and reconvene tomorrow. It's nothing luxurious, but I've arranged a room for you. I hope you sleep soundly. The Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel. Why can't they?
Whoa.
Jordine, what could he have done to provoke such a response from Calpheon?
Did you rest well? The world has changed overnight. It appears we have another busy day ahead.
To be forced to dismiss the army at a time like this? Joe, what will you do now?
It's Alfonso.
Isabel won't be holding her head high for long.
Don't cry, Lady Jarrett. The heir of Serendia should not shed tears over such matters. Jean Merchant Guild would bring great profit to Heidel. Why can't
How could
they
this happen? Tell me! Why are they tormenting us like this? Adventurer, what are we to do?
Don't cry, Lady Jarrett. The heir of Serendia should not shed tears over such matters.
Calpheon ordered us to disband our army by day's end. Hence, even I was summoned from Balanos. The imp issue is far from resolved, yet they demand a hasty disbandment. This spells trouble. Jordine, what could he have done to provoke such a response from Calpheon?
To be forced to dismiss the army at a time like this? Joe, what will you do now?
It's your first time laying eyes on me, unhelmed. It is I, Baron Alfonso Rundi of Monverdel. Once the power of the Black Stone faded, I regained my true form. Handsome, aren't I? The disbandment order applies to my domain as well, so I rushed here to inform His Grace. I'm just waiting here while the Grand Chamberlain is having a private audience with him. Why did I drag myself to Heidel? Did you not already knock some sense into me? Thanks to Lady Isabel, I've managed to reconcile with Jerry. Not quite there yet with Joe, though. Even though they rule over us, it's an order I simply cannot comprehend.
Did you rest well? The world has changed overnight. It appears we have another busy day ahead. Captain Cliff has urgently requested my assistance. The disbandment order was issued because of what the Shadow Knights did. The Shadow Knights have long been deemed heretics in Calpheon, and Calpheon has persistently sought to address this thorn in its side. Following your visit to the extraction mill, they struck under cover of night, laying waste to the place. It must have been Sir Edmund who reported the incident to Calpheon, and then the disbandment order was delivered by dawn. Heretics were discovered in the Protectorate. Thus, the need to root out potential traitors justified their order to disband.
What? Oh, don't tell me. You're framing him? What, are you a spy from Calpheon? Huh?
Lady Jarrett, please, calm down. This adventurer is merely a wanderer who awoke with no memories.
Oh my. Come to think of it, Lady Jarrett was the first person to have met the adventurer after they awoke.
That's right, Jerry. Think about it. Remember all they've done for us. They probably didn't even know who the Shadow Knights were.
What business did the Grand Chamberlain have with them? Was it black crystals? Sacrificial offerings of virgins and children?
The king? The Shadow Knights seek a king now? Master Alustin, it was just as you surmised.
Indeed. It seems they aim to revive the Monarch of Darkness, Belmorn.
Belmorn? Captain, was Belmorn not the old king who ruled the fallen Hexa Kingdom?
Lady Jarrett, our chief concern should be the disbandment order. I need you to persuade the Grand Chamberlain to accept Calpheon's terms. In the meantime, we will uncover the lair of those specters and drive off those scoundrels for good.
What are you talking about, Captain? Are you suggesting that we station Calpheon's army within our borders?
Accept the disbandment order first. It will prove to Calpheon that we have no allegiance to the heretics. And then, before Calpheon's forces march into Serendia for a full-scale investigation, Alfonso, the adventurer, and I must locate the base of those bastards and put an end to them for good.
Lady Jarrett, Captain Cliff's judgment is sound. Should Calpheon uncover any hint of heresy, Serendia would once again fall victim to the atrocities of war. Surely such an outcome is far from your desires.
Damn it! I don't understand a word of what any of you are saying. But it seems like I have to shoulder some responsibility as well.
Silence! Have you forgotten what those Calpheon bastards did to me? You dare ask me to call in those soldiers again?
My lady! Lady Jarrett!
Would the Grand Chamberlain truly accept that? A man who took great pains to raise an army just to strike at Calpheon? It won't be easy.
Is this true? Alfonso, did you know? Why didn't you say anything to me?
It's true, Jen. Captain Cliff. If you had known, you would have marched to Heidel with the handful of troops you had. It's one thing for me to cross him. I've some degree of sovereignty. But to defy your leader and commander could brand you a traitor.
If it's true, we're dealing with a far graver issue. I knew the Grand Chamberlain has been up to something, yet If he is now bracing for a war with Calpheon, who knows what he'll do when he feels cornered?
It seems there's no time left to lose. We must take action now. Adventurer, go to the council chamber immediately and keep an eye on the Grand Chamberlain. The Shadow Knights approach him now. You're the only one who can stop them. Please, we'll persuade Lady Jarette. Hurry!
Adventurer, please save him. I beg you. You're the only one I can trust now.
The Shadow Knights approach him now.
All right.
Your Grace, you've seen it for yourself. The foundations that Medea built itself upon.
Yes, Grand Chamberlain. I know it well.
Then why do you hesitate? Your Grace, why do you think Calpheon took over Serendia? Black crystals. The black crystals. It's because of those black crystals. Reclaiming the rights to the black crystals will allow Serendia to prosper once more. We can welcome back the days of glorious splendor.
Grand Chamberlain, I am terrified.
You must remain resolute. The taxes are only temporary measures.
Oh.
If we can reclaim rights to the Black Crystal business, we can return the taxes to the people.
But how can we claim victory against Calpheon?
We have already completed the initial trials. If we supply harpies, sawnills, and trolls with pure black crystals, they will provide ample distraction for Delphi and Trina Knights.
Oh.
If we seize an opportunity, we can take the Chief Counselor's head.
Isn't it all too obvious? They've already seen right through you.
Already? What is this? Sir Edmund? What are you doing here?
Glory to the sunlight upon the eagle's feathers, Your Grace.
Speak.
I will be extraditing the Grand Chamberlain Jordine Ducasse to Calpheon.
Bastard, how dare you!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Grand Chamberlain. I was fearful.
Your Grace!
Sir Jordine, you'd be wise to come quietly. You must stand trial before the Calpheon court. The trial will be fair, and if found innocent, Calpheon will compensate Serendia properly.
My fate does not end here. Not like this. This calls for a change of plan.
As I suspected, Shadow Knights! You're the one who... Quickly! Execute the traitor of Calpheon! At once!
Sir Edmund, this isn't what you promised.
Where is he? Jordine.
Somebody please help!
Adventurer, you too. I truly believed you'd understand. Your Grace, there's no turning back now. Rest assured, you and the Lady Jarette will not be harmed.
Jordine, why on earth are you doing this?
For the glory, for the splendor of Serendia.
Oh, ambition of a conqueror.
Jordine! Your Grace, please, pull yourself together. Oh, good grief. His Grace's condition is...
That damn Jordine, until the very end. Does he not realize this path leads only to ruin?
Oh, Your Grace!
Father! Father!
Adventurer, what in the world happened? Sir Edmund? Impossible! A knight of the Callous Parliament was used as a pawn? This is absurd!
Father! Father! Are you okay? Are you hurt?
Get away!
Oh, Your Grace, please, pull yourself together.
Father?
Wait! Did you say Jordine disappeared with the Shadow Knights? Adventurer, head to where you first witnessed Jordine with the Shadow Knights. That watchtower. There's said to be a secret chamber beneath it. Master Alustin believes that to be their headquarters. We must stop them.
Alright. And I'm going to end it here. Thank you everyone for watching this. And someone's attacking me, what the heck? Alright, what the heck? Alright. I'm going to say goodbye right now. Bye bye everyone.